Hi, Vaughn and Claire here from Timbu.
Today, we're going to build IoT systems using Amazon Web Services APIs.
In this application, we'll use Timbu and Amazon AWS to monitor and log building conditions for resource management and safety, and to notify a building manager when conditions aren't ideal. We'll also make it possible for the building manager to remotely control conditions.
Gas leak explosions accounted for over 100 fatalities and over $800 million in property damage from 2002 to 2012. The average New York City gas line is over 56 years old. At a replacement cost of $2 to $8 million per mile, it's unlikely that most of these will be replaced anytime soon.
However, systems in place to monitor potential leaks can provide early warnings of danger and prevent major disasters. We've replaced a manual gas valve with an electric solenoid valve that can be remotely opened and closed from an iOS app. When this electrochemical sensor detects a carbon monoxide leak, our Texas Instruments CC3200 board will send an Amazon SNS notification to the building manager. The building manager can then remotely close the gas line from the iOS app using an Amazon SQSQ that is read by the board. We're also going to outfit this extinguisher with an IR distance sensor. When an obstruction is detected, the building manager will receive a notification via Amazon SNS. Let's see how it all works. I'm on the Timbu website where I can find choreos and instructions for the SNS and SQS methods I'd like to use. I'll click on the AWS console link, which directs me to my AWS dashboard. You can see that we've created an SQS queue called gas valve. We'll use SQS to tell our gas valve when to open and close. We'll use the gas line queue to temporarily log our SNS alerts by connecting this SQS ARN as an endpoint for our SNS notification. Let's now navigate to the Amazon SNS dashboard under Services. First, we'll create a topic. We can also do this programmatically through Timbu. Since we're only doing this once, we'll create the topic through the Amazon dashboard. Under Create Subscription, add the SQS ARN as one endpoint to temporarily log each time a gas leak is detected. We'll create another subscription with an email address for our building manager as the endpoint. Then we'll confirm the subscription. Now, we'll generate the code for our gas leak detector. Navigate to Amazon SNS Publish. Make sure that IoT mode is turned on. We'll set a conditional that says if the sensor value is greater than 0, run the choreo. We can calibrate our conditional to our sensor once we read the sensor values into our code. I already have my credentials saved in a profile. Now our credentials populate the inputs. Add gas leak detected for the message. For the topic ARN, we'll use the address supplied by Amazon. This part of our code will send an email alert when a gas leak is detected. The building manager can then open up an app that sends an SQS message to a gas valve status queue, specifying that the valve should be closed. To create the iOS app, we'll turn IoT mode off, select the profile with our AWS credentials, and add close for the message and gas valve for the name of the queue that our board will be retrieving messages from. I'll copy this code and paste it into Xcode and create a simple interface. Finally, I'll generate code for my CC3200 to receive messages from the gas valve queue. I'll navigate to the SQS receive message choreo, turn IoT mode back on, and select my AWS profile. We're going to receive messages in the gas valve queue, and if that message contains the word close, we'll want the board to turn pin 17 low, closing the valve. I'll paste that code into my sketch and run the receive choreo when the gas leak is detected to listen to instruction from the building manager. We have another board connected to our fire extinguisher. Using the same approach as before, we'll have notifications sent to the building manager when an obstruction is identified.
We've uploaded our code to the board and our solenoid valve is currently open, so I'll spray just enough test carbon monoxide gas to reach the threshold of our sensor.
When the sensor value hits the threshold, I should receive the notification. There it is. The email alert from Amazon SNS has come through, so I'll open our iOS app to close the gas valve. And now the gas valve is closed.
Our fire extinguisher will detect anything within about 10 inches, so I will just place my toolbox right about here, and we should receive another notification. Message received.
That's all there is to it. There are countless other ways that you could use Timbu and AWS APIs to develop smart building applications, or really any application.
Go to tembu.com to learn more or email us at hey@tembu.com.